It is.
My question was, what's something that keeps you focused that we can try when our emotions lead us astray from our path?
Your emotions never lead you away from your path. Your emotions aren't leading you astray. Your emotions are just indicating whether you are astray or not. So by the time you have the emotion, you're astray. And the stronger the emotion is, the more astray you are. And by then, we love you so much, it's too late. Because you're already astray. So what do you do about it? Take a nap, wake up, and do something different next time. Next. Completely not satisfying, but it helps to know your emotions aren't causing anything, they're indicating something. It's like the gas gauge in your car. So it's on empty. You don't put a happy face sticker over it because you don't want to see that. It's so annoying not to have it pointed over there at empty. I'll just cover that up. Well, it's there for a reason. It's easier to deal with the empty gauge than it is sitting off on the highway with no fuel in your vehicle. So it's the same sort of thing. So ask your question again, and let's get right to what you're talking about.
How can I stay focused on being positive so that I can follow my path?
So how can I utilize my guidance system so that I catch my vibrations in the earlier stages when they're easier to direct? Catch it early. Understanding what you've understood here today will really help. It's not that you're thinking wrong, it's that you have beliefs that don't serve you, that you've picked up along your way. You see, this is true of everyone all the time. It's true of every one of you, and this will always be true of you. So this is something really worth paying attention to here for a moment. Because you are always expanding. Ooh, that's so wonderful. Because you're always becoming more, there will always be an existing now that will be challenging the new. Now is always going to challenge the new. No matter how good now is, it still challenges the new. Think about something really good, boring. Isn't it kind of like that? No matter how good it is, it becomes in time not enough. Because you're always reaching into the more, because you were born to decide and to flow in the direction of and to harness the energy that creates worlds and to feel the exhilaration of the cooperative components all gathered for you. That's what satisfaction is, you see. And so everything about what is always not going to be enough. And so when you just accept that you're an expanding being, and then you make peace with negative emotion because it's not your enemy and it's not pointing out wrongness or badness of you, it's just indicating you're not as satisfied as you could be. You have free will to think any thoughts you want, and any thoughts you think will result in manifestations. So this is something worth thinking about. You can't have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. So doesn't it follow that the more satisfied you are, the more happy manifestations are going to happen? When we use the word manifestation, it might be confusing to you, because by manifestation, what you usually mean is there's the idea of the car, and then there's the car in the garage, and the car in the garage is the manifestation. Or there's the idea of being in love, and then there's the person in your bed, and the person in your bed is the manifestation. But really, every moment is full of manifestations, because by manifestations, if we're really accurate with the word, what a manifestation is a moment that you are perceiving through your physical senses. You can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. That's what most humans mean by manifestation. But when you start including into the idea of manifestations emotions, when you think in terms of emotional manifestation, pretty good, because that's where you started. When you think in terms of satisfaction, that's a manifestation. This is a satisfying moment. The manifestation of this moment is satisfying. And as you acknowledge that it is, and maybe even reinforce it by acknowledging what is satisfying about it, then you can hold yourself in those vibrational patterns so that there's a greater likelihood of more satisfying things turning into the tangibles that then you can experience through all of your physical senses. What's at the heart of your question?
Just trying to self-improve, trying to be better so that I can experience my path in a more positive way, because I kind of
Okay, so what you just said is want to self-improve so that I can experience my path in a more positive way. Do you hear all those good words? So what you meant by what you said is so I can feel better, so I can have more fun along the way. That is what you're reaching for. Anything that anybody wants, doesn't matter if it's a pile of money or a relationship, everything that you want is because you think you will feel better in the having of it. And if we can convince you that you can feel better even before the thoughts have completely turned to things, that you can feel good in the emotion of it, in the vibrational unfolding of it. The farmer or the gardener plants a seed in the ground and understands. He's not angry. Where are you? I did my part. He understands the process. He understands there's a process of it becoming. It starts out small and maybe even indistinguishable by physical senses. But if you are one who has become aware of emotion, so you can't see it, but you're anticipating it. That feels good. You can't see it, but you're satisfied in the unfolding of it. You see what we're getting at? It's about finding a reason to feel good even before it manifests. When it manifests, and it will be something you really, really like. Most people have it backwards, and it's one of the reasons that we wanted to chew with you just a little bit, because most people want a manifestation to which they can have a good feeling response. We want you to have a good feeling response to the vibrational version of it. And then, for sure, you're going to have a really good response to its manifested version. But if you're not willing to feel good about it before it's out there where everybody can see it, then you're not ever going to be satisfied, because something's always going to be in the process of becoming, and always it's going to be in some phase where you can't see it, which means if you can't see it and you believe you have to see it physically before you will accept its reality and before you will feel good about it, then you're never going to get anything that you want, and you're never going to have any control. But if you accept that it is a vibrational becoming, and you're satisfied in its becoming, and you're watching for the emotional clues, and you're attending to your vibrational balance, and you're holding yourself in a satisfied place, then things just get better and better and better for you, until not just docents and snakes rendezvous in a moment to surprise and delight you, but all manner of things rendezvous to surprise and delight you. Your vortex is so full of the details of so many things you've asked for, and your inner being knows what they all are and where they all are in relationship to you. And if you just find any reason in the world to feel a little satisfied now, and you hold yourself pretty steadily there, that satisfaction will grow into something with more and more momentum, until avalanches of wonderful things will just be showing up in your life experience. And others will be watching you who don't understand the process, and they will claim injustice or unfairness or luckiness. How come all the good stuff comes to you? And you say, first of all of it isn't coming to me, just my fair share. And my fair share just includes everything I want. And when I get something that I want, it in no way detracts from what anybody else wants, because we all have our individual vibrational vortex piles. My vibrational pile doesn't affect yours. So I've created this magnificent vibrational reality, and through satisfaction, I make my way into it turning into things that thrill me. But I'm thrilled even before they turn into the things. That's the key. Wayne Dyer wrote a book with such a great title. Esther didn't read the book. We encourage her not to read books. She can read. She can read. But and the title of the book is You'll See It When You Believe It. Most people say, well, I'll believe that when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. Too late. By the time you see it, it's already formed. It's already whatever it is you've created it to be. And a lot of the time, it's not all that pleasing to you. And then, now stay with us, because this is the piece that you all want to know. When you look at things as they have manifested, and you pronounce them as real or true, the more you look at them, the more you practice the vibration of them, and the more that vibration becomes a part of your point of attraction. And then it just keeps repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself into your experience until you proclaim it as really, really true. And that's what a belief is. You have so many beliefs that are in your way, because you have new desires that these beliefs are blocking, and these beliefs, they're not even real. You just keep repeating them and keeping them active in your vibration. If we could convince you that your now reality and your immediate future and what's coming next and next and next is about the mix of vibration that you've got going on, and that most people offer most of their vibration based upon what they are observing. So if what you're observing is wonderful, then more wonderful things are coming to you. But if what you are observing is awful, then more awful things are coming to you. And if you're like most humans who've trained yourself and been trained by others to be really objective, to weigh the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, then you're looking at all of it and you're talking about all of it, then you've got this mixed bag coming to you and you feel out of control. And in most cases then you say, oh, it's karma, or it was luck, or it's God blessing me or cursing me. And it's not any of that. It's your point of attraction based upon what you've got going on vibrationally, based upon what you're thinking, over which most of you have no control, but could. You could have control of what you're thinking if you would start with, is it satisfying or not? But if you wait until, is it love or is it hate? It's out of control. You don't have control at that phase. You're at the bottom of the hill and the car's mowing you down. Helpful?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Something more?
No, thank you.
Good.